Hey guys, it's Mary Ann here with Shop and Crafty. So I don't have any specific topic today. There's just a few things that have been on my mind that I want to talk about. I was gonna put this in my last acting related video, but I mean this works, right? I just want to give you an update on my cousin because she has now been staying with me for a month and a half about, and she still hasn't found a place. And so I just really want to reiterate what I've said before about not being in too big of a rush to come out here, because the big problem they're coming into is that neither of them have much work history because they're both 18. And my cousin has had jobs, but a lot of them were cash jobs that were, under the table a little bit, I think. So she doesn't have a big work history, and her friend has no work history. And they've been working very consistently since they got here doing background work, but they don't have that history behind it. And they've never had an apartment of their own either. So any place that they apply to, there's other applicants who do have those things, and so they don't get the apartment. So that's a problem. Hopefully they will be out of here soon. But in the meantime, basically every full month that they stay here, I'm going to be charging them more money to stay here. So it's good for my budget. I didn't have to pay for utilities this month. And next month they're paying more than utilities, because if they're here through the end of the month, okay, you guys gotta go. Oh, sorry. Or you gotta pay me a lot of money because it's crowded. It's starting to become a problem. Not a problem, I wouldn't kick them out or anything, but it's just I want my apartment back, I want my space back. Ugh. Anyway, one thing I want to tell you guys about, I forgot to actually grab it. That's gonna bug me. But I had one credit card left in my wallet, which I think I've mentioned before. I just never, it's I just cut up one card at a time as I felt more comfortable with my money management skills, because it was such a crutch. And it was but if I need gas and I literally don't have any money, I need it, So I started off cutting one of my cards, my Discover, and then a few months ago, right before my serving job, I cut up my second, and I've been meaning to cut up the third, and I just never got around to it, and I just sort of forgot about it, but that is gone now. It is gone, because the other day, I had to babysit in the morning, and I forgot that I was almost out of gas. And that morning I had been paying some bills and stuff online, so I had taken my debit card out of my wallet, and as I was driving to babysit, my car beeped and the gas tank light started flashing because I needed to get gas. And for a second, the whole drive to the house, I was I think I left my debit card with my computer where I was paying my bills. And I was freaking out. And then I was I don't have any cash yet because it's the beginning of the month. I don't have my debit card. Oh my gosh, I do have my credit card in my wallet. And I was not wanting to do it, but I was I might have to do that, because the drive wasn't a short one. It was a longer one. It takes me about half an hour to get there every morning. I didn't trust that my car would last that long on an empty tank. So I was mentally preparing myself to use this credit card and then go home right away and pay it back right away. But even that's that's not a good game to play. Fortunately, once I got to the house, I dug through my wallet. My debit card was in there. So I did not do that. Thank goodness. But that was a big sign to me no, you cannot have that in your life. You cannot have that in your wallet. Close the account, cut up the card. No. So that is gone. No more credit cards. I mean, I haven't used it, obviously, in a year. But still. Whoa. That was close. Okay. Also, this is the last thing, and it's just something so funny. Um, and I feel bad like saying his name because it's a coworker, but I have to because it's part of the story. So as you guys know, I started serving a few months ago in order to try to get out of debt, and I didn't want to, obviously, but Dave Ramsey, I reread Total Money Makeover, and I was like, it's time. I need to actually do it. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I started this job. A couple months into working there, things were going pretty well, and suddenly there was this new employee who came on, and I met him, and he's like, "Oh, hi, my name's David." I was like, "Hello, I'm Marianne," and we were getting along, and then once he finished his training, the schedule got posted. And my last name is Ramish. That's not like a secret just because I'm an actress, so it's like that's going to be out there. Other people, I probably wouldn't recommend putting your last name out there, but that's part of my job. Anyway, so if you're going to look me up acting in anything, you're going to know my last name. So my last name is Ramish, and I'm checking my schedule, and I see Ramish Marianne. I see my schedule. Beneath, I see Ramsey, David. This guy's name is David Ramsey. And it's just such a, like, I am in the right place. You know, it's like a sign from the universe. Like, David Ramsey is there to remind me every day why I am there. Every time I check my schedule, I see that name, and it's so funny. He goes by David, and I sort of think it's because he doesn't want to go by Dave. Because I brought it up to him. Whenever people's names like remind me of anything, I'm like, I try not to mention it because I'm sure they hear it all the time. But for this, I had to. I just had to. So I was like, so do people talk to you a lot about like your name? And he's like, yes, they do. And he's like, but I'm not good with money. Like, do not come to me for money advice because, I mean, I'll be happy to take your money and pretend I'm managing it for you, but I'll pretty much spend it, which is just funny. So yeah, I work with David Ramsey, and that's hilarious. I think it's great. It makes me so happy. And like sometimes I'll just like make a joke about it at work. I'll be like, has anybody seen the financial advisor around? And they're like, what? Because some of the people at work have no idea who Dave Ramsey is. I'm just like, Dave Ramsey. And they're like, what? And he doesn't find it that funny, but I do. I really do. So anyway, that's just like a funny little thing that's motivating me at work right now. I just see that name every single day that I check my schedule. And like anytime I see that person, it's a reminder, even though he has nothing to do, no affiliation with Dave Ramsey. It's just a funny little thing. Anyway, I digress. That wasn't really a digression. I don't know why I said that. Because that was exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about David Ramsey and how I work with him. But that, what I just did, was a digression. So now I digress, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave you guys alone. So anyway, bye.